Hey everyone, Nubkeks here and welcome to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we're gonna have ourselves a little bit of fun. We are going to play Murky. Why the heck not? I was doing my warm-up game for Hero League, popped into unranked draft, got Garden of Terror and was the last pick. So I said, hey, you know what? You guys have been asking for a Murky video for a long time. I haven't played him in a really long time myself. Let's test him out. Let's take him for a spin. I do think this is his best map. I think being the final pick in the entire game. Oh, by the way, not just last pick on our team, but the, proper last pick of the draft. Means we can't be countered. And things will be good. I let my teammates know at the start. They said it was cool. Ultimately, they didn't actually choose a warrior. So we are, I suppose, kind of the warrior for our team. You can see the team compositions. The enemy team has Artanis and Varian as their front line, Sylvanas, Zul'jin as their back line, and Karazim as their healer. We have a Ragnaros and Illidan. So we have somewhat, tanky melee assassins kind of. I'm just getting in and slowing them down. I actually got killed, but that's just fine. It actually works out fairly well. My death doesn't give much XP at all. As you can see, the enemy team is getting more XP from minion kills. And actually gets us down in plenty of time to soak this bottom wave. So ironically, that death worked out pretty well. Bear in mind, Murky's Q does apply a slow. So that's pretty useful. He's trying to maybe bait this Zul'jin in, but he's having none of it. Illidan does back off and is looking to make something else happen on the map. I placed my egg down there by the bottom fort. I think I moved the egg very little in this game, actually. There's actually quite a lot that happens on the bottom part of the map. This Zul'jin, he's a real jerk. Ow, we run into his glaives, which is pretty bad. And just start doing some wave clear. Might even die here as well. He's putting on a bit of pressure. Basically, what my goal is to do is to try get him in a sort of situation where we can get a couple of slimes on him. Your Q does bonus damage if it hits someone that's already got slime on them. So if we could kind of stack that up and use the brush to our advantage. Like there, we got some pretty good damage down. He does kill us, but that's okay. Got to rotate up and start working on these small camps. One of the big things you want to do as Murky, in fact, one of the things you want to do on this map in particular, I've noticed that a lot of people don't understand how important it is, but stealing the small camps is like the best thing you can do. Very often I'll see like even teams that are in the lead, what they'll do, you see here we'll pop our invulnerability bubble and just pick up as many of those as we can. Just being a bit sneaky. Gonna pick up Live in the Dream here at level 4 as well for a bit more damage. Kind of a different Murky build than what I've gone for before. This is kind of like the most popular one at the moment, so I wanted to, well, broadly speaking, it's the most popular one. I wanted to take it for a spin and give it a try. Trying to kill this Sylvanas, but not doing much good. We threw down our pufferfish as well, but it did get picked off. Gonna swing down here, grab this regen globe. Illidan has arrived and is in a bit of a tough situation. Looks like he's probably gonna go down. We're gonna come over here and just slime this Artanis just to slow him down. We do get killed, unfortunately. But better that we died than, it was kind of worth it. Just in case Illidan would have died, it would have been worth it. But to finish the thought I had before, I'll see teams, even teams that are like drastically ahead, they'll not take the small camps. They'll go to the bottom half of the map, they'll take the 2 small camps there, and then just turn around and start working on the big Garden Terror. And it's a huge mistake. The best thing to do, especially when you're ahead, is go steal all the small seed camps. And then go work on a bigger Garden Terror. Or even try to fight the enemy team when they go for a Garden Terror, if they do. You want to do something sneaky like that. You see here, I'm just trying to bait these guys out and delay them. In fact, Zul'jin gets greedy, chasing down the Murky kill, and does get picked off. Mwahaha! Murky things. Just baiting and stalling. I think it's one of the big roles that you can do is just be a nuisance, be an annoyance, be a distraction. Even in team fights, that's going to be a big part of what we're trying to do here. Is be a distraction. You're very much like a warrior in that way. If we absorb the attention of a hero for, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, that's kind of the same as, actually tanking them up as Diablo for 6 seconds in a way. Heartstoning to grab this terror immediately. This is actually really good position for us because the whole team, our team and the enemy team, both teams are both at that top terror camp. They're both fighting over that. The enemy team's not going to get a terror out of it either way because we did do so well during the seed phase. We're a whole level up as well with the talent here. But with everyone distracted to the top, this means that we're going to get a very good push on down bottom. If they send anyone to stop us, happy days, that means that they're not going to be there to fight over that top terror. So at the moment, Karazim is down bottom. He is their support. Zul'jin is in middle. Getting a good push, to be fair, but that means that our teammates, they do win that top fight. And they are going to be getting that seed camp, the big seed camp, no problem. Now Zul'jin's getting some pretty good value. He's doing a nice move, making the most out of that middle lane. I think they actually get a bit scared. He's probably rotating down, watching the minimap, probably coming down to me at the moment. We're just ignoring everyone and pushing in here against this. Our team does finish off that camp, which is really nice. We're 63 seeds up. Big seed lead. Very good to see. Just clearing these out. It's very important as well. This is another thing people don't do on Garden of Terror, is kill the minions with the Garden Terror. It does splash damage. It one-shots them. It's a really good way to get your minions pushing, which adds up to more siege damage. And to get more XP for your team. I highly recommend it. We're going to throw this seed down. We only have a few seconds left on this, but it will let Ragnaros get in for sure and get a few hits off. We're going to get a couple of hits off on this tower as well. Why not? If we actually hit the wall there by accident, because we're a big noob. And get on top of this variant, just slow him down, pop our invulnerability bubble, just focusing this guy, chasing him down, another slow, we get a big chunk of bonus damage with the second slime. Not going to complain about that. We have level 10, so we're considering about going in here and fighting. Rhaegar goes very low though, he's not looking too happy. We're going to pop March of the Murlocs to slow these guys down. It is popping Zul'jin and forcing him away, which is something. Illidan on the chase, trying to get rid of this Kharazim, and Kharazim does go down. Illidan kind of messes up that W, but he is going to escape. We're just going to zone it out for him, and it actually looks like we're going to walk away alive, which is hilarious. Sylvanas thinks she can get that final hit, but she cannot. She backs off. She knows she can't get this. And now we're in a pretty good position to transition into taking these siege camps. We've got Illidan here, and between the two of us, we're going to do a lot of damage to take these things down very safely, very quickly. There it is, one siege camp down already. Now we can move over to the Bruiser camp. Looks like I think Falstad killed Zul'jin in top, I think. I actually wasn't paying attention to where that was. My bad. In terms of talents, I've got a talent calculator. Murky talent calculator. I know I got Fish Tank at level 1 anyway. I wanted to get Bribe. I really did. But considering they've got a Zul'jin, considering they've got a Kharazim and Artanis, I decided... And seeing as we don't have a warrior, I said, you know what, I'll be a good team player. I'll grab Fish Tank. It gives you 50 physical armor every 5 seconds. It's block, basically. It's going to make us a lot tankier. You know, it's very effective. Those reduced basic attacks do add up to a lot when you are on Murky. That was a nice combo. We distracted them, slowed them down. Our team was rotating down to steal the siege camp and very happily transitioned that into getting 2 kills for us. So really big lead right now. Level 12 to level 9. Falstad is pushing the Varian in up top, just bullying him out of the lane. Of course, Varian doesn't have a heroic yet. Varian doesn't have life anymore yet. In fact, Varian is dead. And we're going to be pushing in. One thing I'm curious about is whether I should be using March of the Murlocs. This is like the first time I think I've ever used the heroic. Maybe used it once just to see what it does. But I'm a full-on Octograb person. But I decided to try out March of the Murlocs in this particular game. But I don't know how much I should be using it actually on structures, just for some extra structural damage. I suppose if you catch it, like for example right now, do damage to the structures, kill the minion wave, would that be the best way to use it? Is that better than having it on cooldown? Should I save it for a rainy day for the potential team fight that may or may not happen? We do throw our stuff down. We maybe should have disengaged from this and gone to help our team a little bit sooner. But it's not the end of the world. Once again, we are going to focus on stealing as many seeds as we can. Now sure, we're gonna die. Actually should have gone for the seeds. That was a mistake. That was a misplay. I went to just distract the enemy heroes. I should have gone straight for the seeds and just died anyway. But yeah, I mean, as many seeds as we steal away. You know, hey, if we steal away 2 or 3 siege, small camps multiple times, that's going to be a pretty big deal. Again, our purpose here is just purely to delay these guys. We're just purely distracting them. We'd love to get in and try to steal the seeds. Just kind of looking for that opportunity. We go invulnerable. We go into the brush. We're just delaying them, just drawing them away. Just wasting their time. All the time they spend attacking me is time they're spending not actually taking the objective. That is good for us. Once again, this timing is going to work out pretty well. That was a pretty good puffer fish. That worked out nicely. This timing's working out well that we are going to be able to clear out this siege camp and then grab the terror and have a good time, basically. We're going to come to the team fight with the terror. That's our goal. Making our way now towards the middle. There's a big fight happening. We want to be there as soon as possible. Illidan going down. Oh, it looks like our teammates were kind of split between actually fighting and actually taking the terror, and it went wrong. Swinging up north, trying to save Rhaegar. Okay, Rhaegar's dead. At this point, there's not much we can do. Gonna come clear out this big wave using that splash damage. And we're gonna have to back it up, of course. But yeah, just clear out that wave pretty efficiently. And we still have like 1 minute and 10 seconds left on this terror. So there's no real rush. We don't have any like big drive to actually fight and actually do anything. We can just chill out until our teammates respawn. And then we can make something happen. Falstaff's getting a split push at the same time as well. Just throwing out some Qs, trying to slow these guys down. Just scare them off, keep them thinking, keep them worried. Falstad is defending against the other terror up towards the top lane. I noticed that they go pretty deep, so we're going to go aggressive now at this point. Illidan has arrived as well, Ragnaros as well. They're going in deep, they pick up Sylvanas. We are keeping this Artanis more than busy. He's having a horrible time. He's not having a good day. Going to throw down a plant, make sure we can get out safely. Throw a Q down that way. Didn't actually aim it well at all. Was looking for the Kharazim, didn't quite get it. Artanis is going to walk away, but we're going to be happy with a couple of kills to our name. Looks like the enemy team is going to pick up a fort in return. At this stage, considering where we are and that there's very little duration left on this terror, we're just going to use it to just tank these turrets, basically. Just tank these turrets. Throw down a W, but it's kind of a waste. It doesn't actually do too much. But hey, we get some of this front wall, and we get some of that XP, and we can't complain too much about that. Illidan died somewhere in the meantime. We're going to die right here as well. Probably. Yeah. Sylvanas, she got us this time. Not letting us escape this time. But a 2-level lead is nothing to sneeze at. And once again, everything is happening up top, and we have respawned down bottom. Like I said, we're 11 minutes into the game. I haven't actually moved my egg yet. And I think it's probably a pretty good choice, actually. It's worked out pretty well. That's why I haven't moved it. It's been functional. It's been doing a good job. Considering everyone's distracted, we're just going to push this lane in. Get those minions doing some structural damage. As you can see, our wave clear is very substantial. We're going to be able to actually clear out this siege camp very quickly too. Oh, other talents I picked. I should actually tell you guys those. So at level 4, I did pick up Living the Dream for more ability power. I wanted to try it out. It seems pretty good. And every 5 seconds you gain an additional 1% ability power up to 15% for a total of 20% bonus ability power. Pretty nice. That's going to increase our damage overall. Pretty good. You can see stuff is happening to the left hand side of the map, so we're going to push in on the keep and do as much damage as we possibly can. Level 7, I picked up Slime Advantage. Our basic attacks do double damage against a target that is slimed. Gonna pop March of the Murlocs to zone out whoever comes in. Happens to be Zul'jin. Hello, friend. You've got a lot of Murlocs on you. We're gonna move on top of him, sliming him, basic attacking him, and he actually goes down. Rest in peace to Zul'jin. Should have been using my pufferfish a little bit more. Wasn't making the most out of it. Unfortunately, the cooldown did not work in our favor. We weren't able to bubble. We died literally just as the cooldown came off. But still, that's a siege camp on that. Gonna Hearthstone. Actually, see, my teammates are doing pretty well there. I decided not to Hearthstone. Gonna focus on Merc camps instead. Got so distracted working out, you know, thing. Do I need to go back? Can I do Merc camps? That I didn't realize that the siege phase had happened. So, yeah, we're just going to clear out our own seed camp, and then we're going to go, of course, and try to steal the enemy one. Well, maybe it would have been more efficient to steal the enemy one right at the start. I suppose it's not a huge deal. I mean, it's the buffer. Just going to clear this out as quickly as possible. Again, if we die, we don't really care. We just want to grab these seeds for our team. I really can't say enough how important that is, and how much people kind of underestimate how important it is. So our team are looking to do this, so we're going to just lurk in this brush, and maybe catch someone. If they're rotating. Again, I'm used to playing the Assassin Murky. This is very different. We're just going to slow these guys down. Just get in their way. Just be a pain in their butt. Doesn't achieve too much, but it does get vision. Kharazim goes in, and hey, you know what? Our teammates know exactly where the enemy team is. They were up there killing us. So that means that is a dead Kharazim. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So our death kind of worked out in our favor. I think that's an important thing with Murky, is working out how to die well, right? Working out how to make the most of your deaths. Like, you could even, you know, die intentionally off to the side sometimes in order to just get somewhere else on the map if you got your egg over there, just to get somewhere quicker and soak. I wouldn't recommend doing that very often, but if you've kind of worked it out in your favor, then it could work out. This is a good opportunity actually to push for core. We're level 19, not 20 yet, but 19, which is pretty nice. Artanis should die here. Ragnaros is in his thingy form. Actually looks like the blind from Ragnaros. Artanis walks away with a sliver of health. That's pretty bad luck. We're going to come in, put some pressure on the enemy team. Gonna throw this down and start working on the core. We are being focused down a little bit. We're going to help out Falstad. We actually get flipped back by Artanis, though. Very nice flip by him. Tastingo comes out. Bloodlust comes out from our team. Going to throw that polymorph him as soon as he comes out of that. We're going to do some damage to him, but the Terror does get killed. We got 2% core damage. Did not go anywhere near as well as I had expected that little section to go. Notice Falstad is flying back, so we're actually just going to go do Merc camps and let our teammates deal with the rest. Would like to defend, of course, that top lane, but I decided it'd actually be much more beneficial overall for us to just clear out these Merc camps while we're down a hero. Get them just onto the map, prevent the enemy team from stealing them away. I'm going to go scout out this out for my team, just ensure that they don't get ganked or anything. We get killed, but it's not a big deal. If we're dead and we scout it out, it means our teammates aren't dead. At least I hope so. Looks like someone's out of position there. Rhaegar, he's not having a good time. Maybe he got Artanis flipped in. Definitely not having a good time. A March of the Murlocs in. And yeah, the biggest fail in the world. March of the Murlocs hits no one. I was expecting them to retreat more than they did. They didn't retreat at all. They just pushed forwards into our team and had a huge fail. Really misaimed it. If we'd aimed it to the left more, it would have worked so much better. We would have helped our team disengage. We would have actually done damage. I think we managed to not hit a single person. We completely failed. Once again, we're coming in here. We're just trying to distract them. Falstad getting some good damage with that distraction. We're focusing down the Varian. He's looking like he might escape, but Ragnaros has arrived and Artanis goes down. And once again, just checking the minimap as we respawn. And hey, what do you know? There's a siege cam pushing in down bottom while that happens. And this works pretty well for us. Our teammates actually pick up a kill on the Varian at the same time, which is pretty fantastic. And we're just going to keep pushing in this bottom lane. We've got catapults spawning here now, so you know, this is a threat on the core if we can push it in enough. So let's do that. Level 20, I did... Oh, other talents. Keep getting distracted because stuff is happening. Got March of the Murlocs. Level 13 got Continuous Slime, which reduces the cooldown of our Q, or Slime ability, from 4 seconds to 3 seconds, so that's a lot more damage. Karazim unfortunately kicks our ass. We should apparently have just focused on clearing the minion wave. Oh well. At level 16 then, I decided in this game to go for Rejuvenating Bubble. This was just, once again, to fit into the lack of warrior that we have and to just be as annoying in the team fight as is humanly possible. Once again, we're going to steal this. Sylvanas is going to kill us. We're just going to bubble. We're going to go invulnerable and we're going to try to steal away as many of these as possible. Scare her away as well, actually. She could have killed me, but she was a bit too scared to do so. Gonna swing over, do this small camp. Next! Looks like our teammates are having a bit of a fight over to the top. Ragnaros and Falstad making their way over. I'm kind of spotting this and I'm on my way as well, noticing there is a big fight happening. Karazim actually dies first. Zul'jin followed shortly after. Sulfura Smash comes in, but it does miss, but looks like things are going our way. Actually, Artanis is the next to fall. Sylvanas is the next to fall. Then we come in and kill Varian. No, we don't. We're just there as he dies. But that's the whole enemy team dead. That actually should be game. We decided to actually go through this top keep, which is interesting. We probably should have just run through. There's a terror there for the enemy team, but there's no one alive to take it, and no one will be alive to take it. That is going to be game. It's going to be all she wrote. Minions arrive just in time to stop us from dying. Going to time out this March of the Murlocs perfectly. Beautiful. It hits some of the minions. It's onto the core. Very nice indeed. Yeah, I got Never-Ending Murlocs at 20, which makes your March of the Murlocs travel further and clings to the target for 2 seconds longer. I honestly have no idea what you should pick on Murky at level 20. Probably Rewind. Yeah, Rewind would have been better. But Murloc swag, so Never-Ending Murlocs. Why not? Why not? And there you go. We actually won the game. So meta be damned sometimes. A no warrior composition with Murky sometimes can work out. I have to say, I don't really know, to be honest, how to use March of the Murlocs well. We had that one awesome one against their keep. Sorry, that was me unplugging my iPhone charging cable, by the way. In case you're wondering what USB just disconnected, that was from the recording. My bad. Yeah, we had that one awesome one against the keep when we killed the Zul'jin as well. That worked great. Apart from that, though, I don't think our March of the Murlocs really did anything. I think Octograb is much preferred for me, honestly. But at the same time, it has been nerfed and it gets removed when you die, so you have to be careful. But I would probably lean towards my old Assassin Murky build. Some very, very old videos on the channel doing that. I might do it on a live stream or something for fun. We'll do Assassin Murky and start killing people. This was a bit of a split pushy type warrior type Murky, really fitting into Garden of Terror as a map, and then also altering that sort of split push map presence, Merc camps and Seed camps, and then Garden Terror build, kind of mixing it up a little bit, adding in some tankiness, a bit of disruption, a bit of distraction for the team fights to try to complement our team because we did not have a warrior. I think it worked out okay, and I had some fun. Is Murky good enough to run Hero League? I doubt it, but it is important to note that I think Garden of Terror is his best. And let me just check this real quick. I'm almost certain that Garden of Terror is his best map overall. Talking about sort of high level play here, master level play. Yeah, Garden of Terror. He actually has a very good win rate in Garden of Terror. Not too bad apparently on Infernal Shrines either, though. Actually, that sample size is absolutely tiny. That's not very good. Let's include Diamond as well. It's not going to be much bigger, is it? No, not much bigger. Just Garden of Terror. All right, if you want to play Murky, try him on Garden of Terror. That's going to be the one to do, because stealing the small siege camps, not siege camps, the small seed camp from the enemy side of the map is very valuable, and you can, you know, it's worth a death on Murky, and you can do it very easily. Yeah, and just getting those terrors and being able to use them really aggressively, being able to take seeds very aggressively is just really good. And you can also make use of your split pushing here. That's Murky, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Nice, it's fun sometimes, you know, to pick up a different hero. To pick up a different hero, a non-meta hero, and just have some fun with them. I'll see you all next time for probably a more meta, a more normal, and probably a ranked game. So stay tuned for that. I will see you all then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.